today. We've got an old chair, late 1800s, somewhere around the 1880s, 1890s, up to around 1910. Now this chair has a tapestry style bottom. We know this by the original nails. If you look at this, you've got a chair that doesn't have a bottom and you've found it, and everything's missing, and it's got this style bottom. You want to go by these nail holes to see what kind of bottom it originally had. This will tell you what kind of bottom to put back in it if you're wanting to go original bottom. If you got an old chair and it's kind of fancy and it's got good detail work, the wood's good on it, a lot of times you'll want to go back with original style bottom. Now this chair, we can tell we've got an outer line of nail holes. So this is where the edge of the fabric has been nailed down. Most likely it's had some type of, like a bubble headed tack that's went on there. But if you look here at these nails on the inside, you can tell that there's been these big canvas belts that's been woven and nailed. You can see where the belts has been woven and nailed in. You can see about the width of how big these belts has been. So you've had two going crossways, and then you've had two coming this way, interlaced together. And then you've had burlap, or a type of cotton fabric that's laid over top of that, and then you've had a padding, and then you've had a top that's been nailed over top of that. And that would give a bottom that would give a little bit of give and give it kind of a cushion feel. But we can tell that by the nail holes of what style. So the easiest way to redo one of these chairs is make some more cotton belts, or find an upholstery belt that will match up to these. And once they match up to this width, then we can take and put them in and weave them back and then nail them back down. But now some people may have an old chair that maybe the wood ain't perfect on it, or maybe it's not worth a lot of money. It may be a newer style chair like this, or it may just be an old chair. Some people, if they've got one that's not like very collectible or not worth a lot of money, you can essentially use an old piece of really thin wood and upholster that, and then put that onto the bottom and make a bottom like that. If you don't want to use the cotton belt style or canvas belt, either one, you just want to go with a piece of wood. But now this will make the chair feel higher up, and it will make you sit a little bit higher, because you won't be down in this hole. The cushion won't set as low. Now another solution to this is you can cut a tin bottom. I've seen tin bottoms in these style chairs. It was pretty common in the 1900s for them to use tin also to put in the bottom of these chairs. And all they would do is take a piece of stovepipe tin, and they would tack it in with very small shoe nails, and then they would cover it over with padding or cotton or horsehair, seaweed. There's a lot of mixtures of different fibers that they would use back then, but it's usually a natural fiber, and then they would cover it over. With this chair, we're going to go back with the original canvas belts and try to match the original belts sizes back up with some aftermarket, or maybe some old ones if we can find some old ones that's new, never been used. We'll refabricate that. Then once we fabricate that, then we'll use a type of cotton blend or something and put over that. But the cheapest way of finding a chair bottom is picking up an old pillow. You find an old tapestry pillow. A lot of this fabric is a lot like the old fabric. It's a tapestry style fabric that will match around with the same era, and a lot of times it'll match the design. But you can take the stuffing out. You can use the stuffing out of the pillow if you want, or you can go back with the old style. A lot of people just wants to go back with the new style stuffing. But you can take this pillow apart along the seams, then you can cut it down and keep the center part of the design. And once you get that center part of the design of that tapestry, then you can put it back on this chair and make a perfect bottom. And that is the cheapest way, because you can pick up these pillows used that's in good shape. A lot of times you can pick them up anywhere from $1 to $2. You can find them in a lot of thrift stores and stuff. And it's a easy way of not going out and spending a lot of money on fabric, but getting the original feel and texture of a tapestry style bottom. You can find these pillows with a lot of the old style designs on them, and all you'll do is take it off, take one side of it, and measure it out and cut it, fold it under, put your tacks around it after you've laid your bottom in, and this will make a perfect bottom. And this is the cheapest way of putting a bottom in an old chair. It makes it simple, and you've got everything already there to go by. You've got all your nail holes, you've got your padding and your couch pillow that you can use. You can use that, unless if you want to go with an old style padding, then that will cost you a little extra money to try to source it and find it. But that is the quickest way of restoring an old chair that's in good shape and putting a bottom in it.